Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Polio Jr. And to the other side of me, as always, CJ's Info. Chris, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry, just drinking my coffee here. So,
No one really cares that you're slurping it at all.
What's happening, guys? Hope everybody's doing good. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been 20 days, 20 nights since we've 30 days, 30 nights since we've last. Just 1 week?
Yeah, like a normal podcast.
Like a normal podcast.
Well,
for some reason, I feel like I've it's been a really long time since we've done it because I enjoy doing these, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Both of our schedules we're not on the same schedules at all.
No,
you and I. So you work nights, and so, like we were talking about earlier, I moved and have not been sleeping at all since I moved. I don't know if it's just being in a different area around different people, whatever it is. So,
yeah,
which will bring us into other things during this podcast. So podcast number 13. And so the first thing is we are doing this on September 11th. So, I just wanted to, just say, I'm not into like the never forget thing, but I am still appreciative of anybody, whether it was firefighters, police fighters, reserves, military that have helped alleviate people in that situation on September 11th. So with that, every single one of those people have my utmost respect. So just wanted to at least put that out there to anyone who's listening. So
yeah, it's definitely.
Chris, you went to Iraq, so
yeah, it's definitely sad. It's a sad day to remember what happened 18 years ago. I mean, it's crazy. It's 18. I was eighth grade. I was in eighth grade, and I remember seeing they turned the TV, little TVs on that they had, and I remember seeing the planes going in.
Yeah,
to the buildings. What grade were you in? You were in high school?
I was a sophomore. They did the same thing. They stopped class and they turned on the TV. But we only saw, we saw the one tower smoking, and then we saw the second one hit in class. So, and then there was like the bombings and or the plane crash, wherever else. And then all the conspiracy theories started happening. So
I was talking to my brother today because he was like 1 year old, so he had no idea. I think it's crazy that it's the same for us, that things that happened in the past that we have no idea about. So it's like, okay, do we believe that? Do we not believe it? Well, it happened and other people know about it and lived during that time, meaning, let's say, whatever shootings or bombings, whatever have happened in the past. It's like
Columbine.
So we weren't born for certain events in our life, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to believe that they never happened, because I know there's people out there that have this conspiracy that, they never seen it, so they don't believe it,
Well, I think that was like Sandy Hook, and I think, what's his name? Alex Jones really brought a lot of propaganda to that, unfortunately, to all these people that.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying is such as catastrophic events such as the Holocaust. I mean, I truly believe that happened. I'm not going to doubt anything in my mind that the Holocaust never happened.
Yeah, it's not that you have to harp on it. Yeah, you don't have to.
But it's just crazy that you think about my brother or your
my brother
Carl, right? So it's like they weren't here they had no idea about 9/11.
Yeah.
So when you tell them about it as they're living, it's them learning about it from you and other people versus us actually living the experience.
Right. And even people closer to
it, right?
Actually
living it.
Yeah, in New York City. So
right. They're the ones that have it the worst.
Yeah.
I did want to pull this up, and not to get all on the 9/11 topic.
No, go ahead.
This is pretty. I mean, it's not cool, but this is a nice site called Officer Down Memorial Page, and they talk about how police officers how they die, basically their name and when they died and how they died in every year, right? So they represent them, they give them honor. But if you look at the majority of their deaths in the past, I would say last year, I want to say. So here you go. What I want to say is that there's a lot of officers who were there on the scene 18 years ago, 17, 16, 15 years ago, and have died this year because of cancers that they developed from all the, what do you call it, carcinogens?
I guess carcinogens and like the whatever debris was coming out of there.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are only for 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers. But if you go to, I think, 2019, 2018, like there's a lot more. So it's just really sad that these guys and men and women are dying now after so many years later just because of all the debris that they, inhaled and whatnot.
Yeah. No, I mean, the whole thing was, in my opinion, was absolute. It was a absolutely ridiculous event. And then in them, whoever them is, what we know, ended up happening is, all these now other innocent people had to perish because of that in a different country. So,
yeah.
But, yeah. But anyway, all I wanted to say was just thank you to anybody who did help on September 11th or the September 11th basis.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm actually, I don't know if I told you, Paul, I'm taking the Philadelphia firefighters test this Saturday.
Oh, so, wow. Cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping to definitely get into that. You
see that blue sweatshirt behind me?
Yeah.
I went out today. So since I moved, I've been working out and running every day.
Yeah. Awesome.
So when I go out to run, I wear that blue hoodie. And it was 91 degrees today, and I went out jogging with the blue hoodie on. I came back and weighed myself. I lost like 3 pounds, like just from running with the hoodie on.
Yeah, it was really cold today, and then I guess it got hot later on.
Oh yeah, it jumped around. Weird. Yeah, around noon. So,
I've been running too. I've been trying to get back in shape, so it's definitely awesome cardio.
Oh yeah, I just hate running at first. That's the only thing.
Yeah, once you break it through, break it in.
Yeah, exactly. Now we had a couple things to talk about. I'm glad. So a couple tabs up here. The first thing is we are on another platform.
You're gonna have like all these icons at the bottom.
I've never heard of these except for Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, and so we're now on Breaker. Hey, Breaker, come on, load.
It'd be nice when we get on Spotify too.
I know. You can submit it on Spotify, but the only thing is, like Anchor, it doesn't matter. We can't personally do it. We could if we did it, if we didn't use what we're using right now. Okay, so this is the Breaker one, and so we literally just got this one. So anything that we put up will be released on all of those all those different platforms and so forth. So
we're on eight different audio podcast services.
8 different audio and YouTube.
That's awesome.
So we're on 9 platforms. We're on 3 of the biggest platforms, which is YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Spotify would be the next biggest one,
right,
to be on. So, and screw these other The Inner Circle podcasts. But nah, I think a lot of them aren't even whatchamacall. They're not even making any new podcasts. Like they were just they started it and then they stopped. So, but anyway, I like Harry. Oh, you'll see. So, I had a rumor that there was going to be a new Harry Potter movie with all of the old cast in it, and it was from like a tweet that JK Rowling put out. And luckily, we did delay this podcast for a day or two, and then so that it actually became official that this is not happening. It was supposed to be off of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which takes place.
The Cursed Child.
Yeah, it's when they're all grown up.
That basically doesn't even sound like an actual movie.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the book. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's the name of the book. But they are, when I was reading here, what they're doing is they're releasing 4 new Harry Potter ebooks based on Hogwarts at the Hogwarts school. But with the movies, they want to finish the Fantastic Beasts series. So the next one's not until 2021, 2023, and maybe 2025. So they want to finish hit that guy Newt, who is the main character, and in my personal opinion, the Fantastic Beasts movies are better than any of the Harry Potter movies. And that's just that's my opinion.
I've seen some of them, and I really, really enjoyed them. It was really, as soon as I seen it, I associated it with Harry Potter, so I knew it was something to do with Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was the Fantastic Beasts was taking place before.
So they're saying in that article that a Fantastic Beasts 3 will be coming out?
Oh, there's like 3 more coming out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Those movies are awesome.
I absolutely love the main character Newt. So I don't care, like, because unless you're not really into this, like this is the video I wanted to show you. But long story short, this is based off of so in the Fantastic Beasts movie, they reveal that that Dumbledore is a homosexual.
What?
Yeah, so that's what in the movie they reveal that. All right.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Dumbledore is gay?
Yep.
Wow.
So I mean, she never wrote it in a previous book, but yeah. So, but it seems thing, but I just want to at least show you
that Dumbledore.
Yeah. This is a YouTuber by the name of Gus Johnson, who is absolutely hysterical. And it's the title of the title of the clip is JK Rowling these days. Let's see.
Okay.
Just give me a thumbs up if you hear it. Let's see.
Hey. You read my book?
It's pretty loud. Loud.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, why? Hey, you know Hagrid?
Yeah.
He's actually transgender.
What?
Yeah, he used to go by Hagrid, but now he's transgender.
Okay.
Hermione's in a wheelchair.
What are you saying?
Hermione Granger? Yeah, she's actually in a wheelchair the whole time.
No, she wasn't. I remember multiple scenes where she was running around and you never mentioned a wheelchair once.
Well, I just forgot to write it down, but I meant it in my heart.
How could you forget a detail like that?
Hey, don't blame me. Do you even know how many things I had to remember for those books? You know how many spells I had to write? Like, so many. I can't remember everything.
I don't know.
Ron was actually black.
You said he had red hair.
Harry Potter had Down syndrome.
What? What does that even mean?
Professor Snape was a single mother.
All right, stop.
Yeah, lower that.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Listen, it would be fine if the characters were like this originally, but it seems like you're changing them after the fact so you could seem more inclusive and get good press.
Oh.
That was the best point that he made.
Right.
Okay.
And then the final part.
One more thing? Guess which character is actually gay?
Guess which character is actually
guess
gay.
which character is actually gay?
I don't know.
All of them?
Wow.
Oh my God. It was, so Gus Johnson was just making fun of her because it was never mentioned in like any of the books before the Fantastic Beasts came out. And then, and he's like, that's fine if they were like that originally. He's like, you can't just change the characters.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, regardless of what these characters are in real life, I don't look at it as, their sexual preferences. I look at the movie as for what it is, and I enjoyed Harry Potter. So if there's anybody who is gay that is listening, I'm trying to bash anybody who is gay. My brother's gay, so I'm not, if they're gay in real life, then so be it. But I love the Harry Potter movies, and
it's still good. Yeah, Dumbledore still has.
Dude, he's my favorite character.
Still has crazy power, but I would still say that the Fig Newton is my favorite character.
Yeah, Fig Newton.
Yeah, he's just like eccentric. I don't know. That's why I like him. So, but yeah. So new Harry, and then they're having like all these new. There's all these new rides at Universal for the Harry Potter themed stuff, which is awesome. I went there last year, and it was really cool. I really recommend anybody who likes Harry Potter to go check out the rides there.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get to Disney in February, so we'll probably be going in February, hopefully.
Yeah, those are like one of those places where you have to stay. Like if you just stayed the weekend, it's the same price if you stayed for 5 days. So if you stay for 5 days, it's the same price, man. So the longer you stay, the better, like the more you save, basically.
Wow.
Now, we had some other movies coming out.
Yeah, actually, people have been, are up on their movies. Addams Family will now be coming out with a new movie. Can't wait because I love the Addams Family. Look at it. Is that it?
That is it. Oh, crap.
That's funny.
I forgot about it.
He's got glasses. If anybody's listening, he has a pair of black glasses on with a black hat. This is kind of funny because usually it's just hair. Coming out October 11th. Here's a trailer. I'm gonna play it. It's pretty loud. How do I look? Sorry, guys.
On my side.
Let me pause. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to lower the volume here, though. Do you see any volume issues?
The only what I would do is I'd pull it up on YouTube.
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah.
So anybody who doesn't know Addams Family, I mean, they've had Paul's actually told me. I don't think I realized they've had TV shows, they've had movies.
Yeah, the original TV show was from the 50s. It was in black and white.
Wow.
Yeah, it used to be on Nick at Night all the time.
Here's Wikipedia. I like Wikipedia only because they show you like the history. Like they'll show you
everything.
Yeah, they'll show you. If I can get to, I'm not seeing it on here, but usually they'll show you like Paul was saying the previous.
There you go. Okay, so I'm sorry, 1964. I apologize. It wasn't the 50s. It was the early 60s.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Still.
So this is before our time. The Addams Family came out, which is a big deal for a lot of people that love, So let's do trailer. I guess it would be Addams Family 2 because.
No, because they did that.
Yeah, oh wow,
they did that. This is just
so many Addams Family.
Yeah, I know. So this one is a animated movie.
It's animated, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So everything else has been live action. And
it seems like they have some new characters in there as well.
Yeah.
So you get to a YouTube channel.
There we are.
Oh, this for you guys.
So is this. And so are these.
So this is talking about a normal American family to an Addams Family.
But some families are more
type
different
of family.
than others.
They're all misshaped and.
Yeah.
Get out. It's hideous.
It's horrible.
It's home.
Oh crap, man! I forgot that was the husband.
Yeah, the husband. What's his name?
What do you have
I
there?
forgot, to be honest.
I forgot his name now.
There's usually a murderous
The
clown
daughter.
attached to the other end of these.
This Halloween thing. Think your family's weird. That he says.
Come now, Gomez.
Think
Gomez.
again.
Gomez.
Gomez, right?
Yes, Mother.
Uncle, what's that? Fester?
Fester.
No, F6! Fire in the hole!
F6. So they definitely have
You sunk my battleship! Well done, Pugsley!
ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a good movie for.
This already tedious day.
That's funny.
To be a good movie, like all around for, for kids and for adults as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So, moving right into that, I'll just go back. I got Zombieland 2 coming out. Zombieland Double Tap, basically. That's what it's called.
10 years in the making.
Yeah, 10 years, because this is, 10 years old. So, October 18th, Zombieland 2, or Double Tap is what they're calling it. It's coming out, and I'll play a little trailer on that.
Dang, I can't believe it's been 10 years since the first one.
Yeah, that's
Time to nut
crazy.
up
It's
or
been that
shut.
long. So, I'm playing the trailer.
We unsnap the end.
All right, here we go. Seems like a lot of
So it's Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson.
that they're at the White House basically now,
Yeah.
taking over the White House. It's like abandoned and got grass all over it.
Oh, God. Hey, Possum Ape.
Sorry, just you in that chair.
I think I would have made a damn fine president.
You would have brought a real dignity to the office.
You're welcome, America.
Welcome to Zombie.
This October it
Life is
says,
about more than just survival.
Okay, so 2 October movies.
yeah, 2 October movies coming out. There's gonna be a lot of decent movies coming out this fall, actually.
Stop calling me little girl.
It's weird seeing that one actress grown up.
Yeah, yeah, right.
This was 10 years ago. She was a kid.
Yeah,
This is Tallahassee.
she's beautiful.
Blart. Is this your dad? Oh, whoopsie. I forgot the seatbelt rule.
Oh, so she knows the rules?
I told her just a few of them.
73. Are there more? You're cute. I like it.
That's awesome.
My
It
sister
don't
is
seem
calling.
like a lot of zombies
She
in
picked
this
a boy.
yet,
He's from
but
Berkeley.
near the end you do see some zombies.
Yeah, you definitely get into it, but it looks like
And just
the majority of the time at the White House.
monster truck.
Oh, my apologies, little Elvis.
Luke Wilson.
Remind
Yeah.
I don't like you at all. I think you double parked, or more perpendicular parked. Hope we don't get a ticket.
What is going on here?
And just to throw this in there, there is my favorite. I mean, Paul's probably gonna laugh, but Frozen, new Frozen movie is coming out as well.
I wasn't gonna laugh until he said it.
I'm sorry, I had to throw this in. Sorry, guys, I have a daughter, so I love Frozen, and a new Frozen movie will be coming out.
Well,
Frozen.
dude, I mean, like that "Let It Go" song has like over 1 billion views on YouTube.
Yeah. So Frozen 2 is coming out November 22nd, and I'll just play a little. Just make this quick here. You don't really hear anything. You just see Elsa running into a giant wave. The Super Saiyan Naruto running into the wave. Since she's storming the ocean.
She's got some badass powers. I'll give her that.
Now she's in the water, drowning this fall. She sees something in the water, a horse. She sees a horse in the water. And now she's coming for air. So,
well, I mean, look at the views of the trailer.
yeah, 71 million, almost 72 million views.
So,
doesn't really show a lot as far as.
I won't let anything happen to her.
I don't know who that is. Some monster. So, enough with that.
Yeah,
Frozen.
if I had a daughter, I would definitely.
Yeah, dude,
listen,
I
I would
love
definitely-
Frozen, man. I don't know how many times Carly, my daughter's watched Frozen, and me and her and I.
I think I only watched it once, and it was with you guys.
Yeah,
years.
I mean,
ago.
like, you know, when you think of like you as a child, what movie you would watch over and over and over again? This
Hercules. Yeah,
Frozen is the movie that my daughter wanted to watch over and over and over again.
yeah.
So that was her
definitely
movie.
Hercules. It was Hercules and The Lion King.
I'm trying to think of what mine would have been.
As far as like Disney movies,
probably like Kung Pao.
Kung Pao. No, well, that we were.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we were a little older when that came out.
I don't know if there was a movie. You know, Alice in the Wonderland. My mom had me watch
That was a
Alice
good
in the
movie.
Wonderland,
That
and
was
I
a
could
good
not
movie.
stop watching that movie. That's
Yeah.
all I ever wanted to watch.
Yeah, that was like supposedly
The original
Like-
Alice in the Wonderland.
Yeah, like supposedly that was like based off of an acid trip. So I swear to God, supposedly.
And they actually recreated a newer one, and their newer movie was pretty cool too. So.
Yeah. All right.
So now we're actually going to talk about something with different here. We're going to go with a little bit of music, and then we're going to go with a little bit of sports, because I've asked some people, hey, what topics do you want us to talk about? And a lot of times people have been saying music and sports, which we haven't hit on. So Paul's going to start talking about NF.
Yeah, so it's interesting because a lot of people, if you go into a regular place, wherever it is, and you say, have you ever heard of NF? They'll say, what the hell is an NF? And long story short, NF is, in my opinion,
Necromancer.
he is on par with Eminem lyrically.
Yeah, he
And-
definitely sounds like Eminem.
And he doesn't swear at all, which is
it's amazing.
incredible. So he has to even stretch his word. Not that Eminem doesn't.
Right.
You know, Eminem obviously, he definitely could do it. He's just used to being like rapping how he does.
Yeah, I like that he's clean. You know, clean with his words, and you can clearly hear the words that he's saying, like Eminem.
Yeah, hold on, let me turn it down. Is that too loud still?
Go ahead, play it. Let me hear it.
I see. Because I don't want to play too much because I don't want to get a YouTube copyright.
Right.
I think we should be okay if we're just like.
Maybe go to the middle real quick or somewhere.
Yeah, like it's about to start.
Yeah. Some days I just want to leave the negativity in my
Yeah,
ass.
this is
I just want relief from
But right now,
definitely got a good beat to it.
Oh, this is the best song on the album. That's the only reason I brought it up.
I don't want to see.
I'm just waiting for it to start so I can stop it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like keeping these things going on.
Balloons remind me of the movie It. For some reason.
Staring out the
Yeah.
doing 85.
Yeah.
It's just funny because I don't
hoping that my stress dies. It's like I hate it, but I love it at the same time.
Yeah.
Pushing me from all sides.
My stress.
But no, but
That's
just,
definitely a good beat.
Just the beat and just his lyrics are really good. The only problem with these are that you remember like even though Eminem made serious stuff, he also had funny songs too.
Right.
Like all of NF stuff.
Comedy, yeah.
Yeah, NF is completely serious, which is fine. Which is fine. But like if you're in like I don't know, like in my opinion, it's just,
Eminem said some really twisted things, but would also make it like funny somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Really wild.
He was. Oh my God!
You think about what he's saying, and you're like, what? What?
His album, when he first started in the '90s, they were a little messed up. But then he had an album called Relapse.
Yeah.
Like 2009, 2008, something like that. But and it was still lyrically incredible, but it was so twisted. But you just couldn't help but laugh because you're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
But
and these are like real life things that happened to him, or things that he's talking about his life.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's things that that he exaggerates and about like killing people and stuff like that. But but
I think what makes a really good rapper, honestly, is someone that can rap, but the when I can hear your words, clearly hear your words, and you're rapping at no matter what speed you're at, or as long as you're enunciating your words and I can hear what you're saying and I know what you're saying, I think that makes a good rapper.
Yeah,
a lot of times like they're just rapping and then it makes no sense, and I can't even hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I would say so. The one thing I'll get back to that just before I forget was that NF hit number 1. I think for the first time on the billboards. So he like Chance the Rapper was supposed to be expected to hit number 1, but NF beat him. I think it's his 4th album. I have every one of his albums, and they're all great. But to get back to like the original point, yeah, everything you said, I agree with. But it's just that like NF is like on a journey, like because he has like horrible anxiety.
Yeah.
So he
even like go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying like that. But that's a lot of stuff. Like he writes about a lot of real stuff. Like he writes about like what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
And how like I don't want to be around people and stuff like that.
I think it really helps to get it off of his chest too. Some people need this to actually. It's like a healing. To me, it's like a healing. You're healing yourself by pushing out everything out of your system.
Yeah. Well, he's just this is what he's like born to do. That's what I think.
Right.
And 2, it's probably an outlet. The only issue that I find with like when you do have anxiety, is the more that you talk about it, the more you ingrain it. And this is the first time that he actually addressed that in the album. Like I listened to the entire album, and he actually talked about that, like basically like what you, like this isn't anything new, but what you talk about, what you think about, can create your reality. So, and
well, I also think, I agree with about this, that anytime that a person becomes negative or, they feel that everything is like bad in their life and they just always thinking negative. My camera's got zoom.
You're good.
So that basically the body shuts down. The immune system starts weakening because you constantly are making yourself, everything is bad in your life, and you're just constantly thinking about bad things, and you can't think positive. You're actually shutting your system down. But the moment you become happy and positive, your body is actually going to be healthy. Your immune system will go up. This is what they say, and I do believe in that.
Yeah, I think I think there's definitely a lot of factors, and this is only from experience. Is that
right?
What, is your camera going out?
Yeah, I'm trying to. The camera got blurry, so I'm doing some
some meditative practices.
Yeah, some taekwondo. Marine Corps martial arts.
But so like I was talking when we were talking earlier, I was saying like since I've been here, like I haven't been sleeping that great, and like I noticed like I was getting irritable. I was getting irritable,
right?
And just not. So I didn't snap on anybody, but I knew, but I knew it was all in my head. Like I knew that like lack of like going like even a couple days without a lot of sleep is terrible.
Sleep deprivation,
yeah, it's terrible for your sleep.
I feel the same way, and I think we're somewhat alike in the fact that if I don't get enough sleep, I get very, very agitated. When my daughter starts, constantly talking about the same thing, and I haven't slept, like it just does something. Stop.
You just want to shake them. But that's when, that's basically when I have to like leave, and like I have to leave everybody.
put my head under a pillow and go in the dark.
Yeah, that's essentially what I've done. Like I've switched everything around over on the one side of my room.
Yeah.
So it's darker. I can't hear any of the cars on the street. I can't see the light as much from the windows, that kind of stuff. So
okay, that's good.
Yeah, but I love those like short naps that like totally regenerate you, like revitalize you.
They do say naps are good for you. So
yeah, I think this is a perfect time to go into. First, I'll since we're on this subject of the anxiety and stuff, I wanted to pull up my site.
Sure.
You have something pretty cool to tell people about as well. So I'll pull up mine. You show mine. You show me yours. So okay, that's going. So now, what I've just pulled up, if you're listening, this is not an article. This is a freaking report. These are, this shows basically studies that have been done as far as dealing with anxiety and having these acute levels of alertness when you don't have to be like really alert. Yeah. So, and to make, I read this entire thing. I printed it out. I read the entire thing, and it was pretty on par from what I already knew, just from my personal past, from taking medication and having anxiety in the past, and seeing how it manifested and whatnot. And so there are physiological things that you need to take care of your brain, as far as what you eat, supplement, that kind of exercise, those kind of, meditative practices like that. This is all important. And so this is just one aspect of that. But the biggest thing here, like to make it, I'm going to do my best, is you have these two major receptors in your brain. One's called glutamate. That's the one that gets you fired up and pissed off. GABA is the one that hits the brakes and it's like, chill, bro. That's what GABA is. So, and what this talks about is increasing your GABA, or at least balancing out these two receptors. And they tell you, they literally tell you exactly what to take in order to do that, because you need certain vitamins and amino acids to actually get these receptors back up. You can do other things as well, but it just might be more difficult. So I actually make this supplement here, L-theanine.
Oh, so you're a scientist now.
No, I buy the powder and I make the capsules. So, but they go into like, now this is actually this is actually in the order of like what's best for anxiety. And L-theanine is number 1. It says it's found in green tea, but what they say in the article is that it's not highly concentrated, but that's why it's better as a capsule. So, and they said L-theanine is it's bizarre because it is both calming and focusing and focus, so you're calm and you're focused.
Right.
So you're not like drowsy and out of it. And you're not like alert, but you're chill and you're able to do what you need to do. But they just go down they do have a list of what they believe to be the best overall. And just to run through that is L-theanine. Now this is overall for anxiety and depression. L-theanine, 5-HTP, NAC, taurine, inositol, GABA, and DHEA. So, and I actually have all of these except for GABA.
Right.
So, The only reason I don't take GABA is because it is extremely misleading, and it even says here that it does not cross easily into the brain. So basically, and it even says so other measures may have more effect. But
I wonder if NF is taking any of this stuff.
I doubt it.
He has anxiety, right?
Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't take any medication. He talks about that. Wow. He talks about that in the album where he's like, I don't want the meds. I just want release from my stress. So I'm sure he's like done research and stuff like that. But yeah.
So
all right.
I have a package to actually open now on the podcast. Let's see. This is something new. I've never taken this before, so I'm not going to say that I can give you a solid review about it, which I kind of told Paul, like, why would you, like on Amazon, they say they reviewed something, and they're like, I say, like, well, why would you review something if you never have taken it before because you have no experience about it, right?
Or if you haven't taken it long enough.
Right, you haven't taken it long enough. Why would you review something? I see a lot of reviews, and they're like, oh, I took it one time, but I don't know yet.
I think 1 month. I think 1 month minimum.
Yeah, so I'm going to try this out. It's called Forskolin. Paul likes to call it Forskolin. Here's the bottle. 100% pure, and the fact that it's natural, it's American-made. So what this does is it inhibits fat production, supports appetite control, boosts serotonin levels, and it will apparently also helps the testosterone for men, and helps ultimately to lose weight is the key here. So trying to lose some weight in a different way. I do work out, like I run and stuff. Been running and trying to eat better. But I'm going to try this out. Just take one morning and night. It comes from the root extract. I'm going to share the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. All right, so here's the WebMD, which I really like this website. Forskolin supplements are made from the root of a plant found commonly in India. It's from a mint plant.
Okay.
So grows in Nepal, India, and Thailand. It's been used in traditional. How do you say this, Paul?
Hold on. Hold on.
Ayurvedic medicine. Not sure what it's like. A traditional type of medicine.
Yeah.
Probably like caveman style. People take Forskolin supplements for many reasons, but there's little substantial evidence to back it because it's still fairly new. Some research suggests it aids in weight loss and muscle building. In one study, overweight and obese men took 250 milligrams, which this is, what's this here? Trying to see. It says it has 20% standard. I don't know what the milligrams. 250, yeah. Okay. With 10% Forskolin, this actually has 20% in it. Extract twice a day. After 12 weeks, they lost more body fat and had greater increase in testosterone levels compared to a placebo, but more research is needed. So I have found this and known about this from somebody else who has been taking it, an older gentleman in his 40s, and he has been losing weight and has found to be a little more energetic with the testosterone levels. So
how much you said when you saw him you could actually tell, you could physically tell that he lost weight.
I've known him for like about 3 months, and through another friend of mine, and he had a big stomach gut. He had weight on him, I could tell. And now just seeing him the other day, he's been taking it for over a month or so, and he's significantly lost weight. He takes it morning and night, and he does not even exercise. He just eats normal, and he's lost weight. So I think that's pretty incredible to find, because I've always been looking for a pill. Not that I want to be a pill taker to lose weight, but I think that it's good, kind of like what Paul's saying, to have something in your system to basically supplement is what it's called. You supplement. You're assisting your body with something to accomplish the goal of what you're trying to do or what you need for your body.
Yeah. You remember not having to take any of this crap?
Right.
You remember like
when you were a kid.
High school, 20s.
You didn't need any of this stuff.
Nothing. You didn't take anything.
But as you get older, your body does need to be supplemented because essentially, as sad as it is, we're dying. Like Paul and I, we're actually dying.
Anyone who's listening to this is dying.
Right. So if you're not, I mean, if you're 18 or 21, you're pretty much done growing. After that, you're essentially dying and your body needs supplements to keep it going. Unfortunately, we're dying. I mean,
that's like a baby. That's a baby, man. 18.
Right.
Like it's supposed now. This I don't know this for a fact, but supposedly your brain doesn't completely develop until you're 25.
Wow. Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know how, but I think it continues.
And as sad as it is, there's a lot of bad things that are happening out there with shootings, and a lot of these guys they're under 25. Their brains are not fully developed. But anyway,
meds too. But go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to show, when you look at reviews, I'm on Amazon real quick. I just want to click on reviews real quick just to show you what I'm talking about. So it's got a lot of 5 stars, 66% 5 stars, 14% 4 stars. How do I click on reviews? Okay. Now let's look at the 1 star. Let's see what they say. I received it on time. The bottle said 60, and they opened it, and it had 30. So here's a picture of what happened. They had 30 pills. I haven't opened mine yet, so hopefully I have 60. Sounds like I do. But, I mean, that's not really a complaint about the product itself. They haven't even taken it. They're saying just
that was a packaging mistake.
Somebody else got 2. Somehow they got 2 in the
Yeah, okay. So they've had packaging mistakes. They look like 2 different colors.
Yeah, they do. It's just a little strange. 2 different types of lids and labels. So
I
don't know. But anyway, I just want to look at another review. 2 stars. Okay, I use it for less than a week, and it causes blisters in my mouth. I think everybody's going to have an allergic reaction to something.
Yeah.
Don't always assume that this is always going to work. Just try it out and see what happens. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but I'm willing to try it out.
Yeah.
So they said, another person, I did not lose any belly fat. Another person said, I've been taking it for 2 weeks and they have not noticed a difference.
Give it time.
Give it time, yeah. So 3 stars. A lot, it basically is just what Paul's saying. Give it time. A lot of the 4 stars and 5 stars are pretty honest from what I'm reading. And it sounds like it does work overall, but I'm going to give it a try and we'll see what happens. I wanted to let you guys know about this too, if you've had it or not. So enough about that. So
we used to try this. We used to have this stuff called Hydroxycut.
Oh, I heard about that. I never tried it though.
It's not. I don't think it's even available anymore. If it is,
I think it is. It's in Walmart, I believe.
Okay.
So.
Well, if it is, they took out one of the ingredients in it, because when I was in my early 20s, we used to take 10 to.
I never took it. Right.
Dude, it's like a crazy amphetamine.
Oh, geez.
But not anymore.
Yeah.
I know that they took the ingredient that made you, really energetic out of it.
Yeah.
So, and just anything that we just talked about, always cross-reference.
Yeah. Don't
research.
Make sure if you're taking medication,
just take our words for it.
There is a site you can look at. I think it's drugs.com to actually make sure there's no interactions with what you're taking now, what you're going to take. Of course, I'm an optimistic person, so I don't mind trying something out that I feel like is a decent product.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we want to get to sports real quick. Right, Paul? Is that next?
Yeah. Dude, talk whatever you want. I don't care.
So
what do you want to talk about?
A lot of people have asked, can we talk about sports? And we're not big sports fans, but we do enjoy sports. So we're going to talk about the NFL and something kind of crazy that happened, which a lot of people know or probably seen. So let me get to that. So here's the NFL has completed. All teams have completed the first regular season week games. And we're just going to look through. Here's the NFL standings, the American AFL side. So the Bills and the Patriots are up for the AFC East. The AFC West, the Raiders and the Chiefs, and the Chargers are up. They won. This is what I mean by up. AFC North, the Ravens are up one.
Yeah, they're the only one that won a game in their division. Same with the Titans.
Yeah, the Ravens only one the Ravens in the North are the number one for the North, and the Titans, like you said.
Still only first week still.
So when Paul and I were looking at this earlier, I think it's the NFL. We'll get to it.
The NFC.
NFC East, Cowboys and Eagles. Go Eagles for us. They're up one.
The Eagles came back.
They came back, and that was a really crazy game because a lot of people assumed they were going to lose, and they came back in the second half of the game. So good on them. 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks were up. Cardinals lost. The Packers, Vikings are up. And here's the crazy one here. The Lions. The Lions tied against – where's the other team? We have to go back.
So they do get – okay, so the percentage is still 50 instead of 1,000.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to go back to
whatever.
What
Instead
team
of
was it? The Lions and
was it the Titans? No.
Lions and which team? We're talking about the tie now.
Yeah. Keep going. Is that it?
Well, I know it's down here real quick. Lions and the Cardinals. Okay, so the Cardinals right here. Cardinals is right in front of my face. Wow. So the Cardinals and the Lions tied, and we talked about how this is really unusual for the NFL for a tie to happen. There's only one that happened in the first regular season, so it really is unusual for ties to happen.
Yeah, for it to happen in the first week.
Right.
Is pretty unusual.
And I did want to get into the tying a little more because I think it's interesting how that works. And then just to finish this off, so the Packers and Vikings are up and the Saints are up. So that's the first week. Every game's been played. And here's on Wikipedia, they talk about ties. And they talk about how ties work. And basically here it says from 1920 to 1973, there were no overtime rules during the NFL regular season. And here are the number of ties since 1920 to 1973. Look at the first one, 17 ties.
Wow.
That is nuts, dude. 17 ties. So then almost every year there's been ties. I mean, you're going to have ties. So
yeah, but obviously not as many wins. But still.
1934 is 0 ties.
Yeah, but then look how it goes to the single digits from there.
Yeah, it starts dropping 4, 2, 3, 3, 1, 0, bunch of zeros. Then it starts picking up a little more. 67, there was 9. Now we're going to go down to here. 1974 to 2011, they changed the rules. In 1974, the NFL introduced a single sudden death overtime period for all games that were tied at the end of regulation. What's that?
Which is a good call because now look at the separation between the teams that actually do tie.
Right. So now we have, what did I say? Only 17 games ended in a tie, 3.4%. Is a percentage.
So since the overtime has been enacted, there's only been how many? What did you say? 17. 17
ties since the overtime has started in 1974.
Yeah, which is insane.
So that's a big deal. So, and so even if you looked at the years compared to this chart up here. You got 74, you had 1, right? 76. So 2 years later, you didn't have any ties in 2 years.
Yeah.
Then 78, 80, 81, 82, almost every year.
No. Oh, look at that one. Look at 80 from 89 to 97.
Wow. So that's a big gap. That's a huge gap. That's a big. Oh my gosh, dude. That's incredible. So then they even changed it again, which I don't know about this. I'm actually learning as we go. 2012 to 2016, the league instituted a modified overtime death system. The games went to overtime, which ended. What are they saying here?
A total of 83.
Well, they modified it. Whatever they did to modify it, they did something different for the overtime. Not sure if it was timing or what it was, but now It just basically lesser. They're trying to minimize the ties because in football, people want to know who won or lost. They don't want to hear about a tie. Most of the time, soccer and NFL, there's always ties, but football, people want to know. In 2017, again, I did not know this, but NFL shortened overtime from 15 minutes to 10 minutes for preseason and regular season with the intent of reducing injury, despite concerns that this will lead to more ties. And let's see, we only have two in 2018, and now there's only one for this year so far.
Okay, so it went from 15 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're busting your ass for four quarters nonstop. It's not like, that's why each team only plays 16 games, because you get destroyed.
Yeah.
If you play an entire game and you play all 4 quarters, like that is brutal. You have to keep keep lining up. Yep.
Definitely physical football. So there's our sports section. We're not, saying we're going to favoritism the certain teams, but and we don't talk a lot about sports or music on our podcast, but I hope you guys enjoyed those topics.
Yeah, I like the when the unusual stuff happens, but
yeah,
it was funny that you brought up the the sports talks, which we typically don't talk about, but long story short, I was here today and a Mason came over, and for whatever reason, we started talking about the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies. And
yeah,
I was telling him how I played in college and how I played like the Wood and Bat League.
I was actually in Iraq when the Phillies won the World Series. I turned 21, and I also was there for when the Phillies won the World Series, so I was not home for the win.
Yeah, I was working, I think, I was working until like the 8th inning, and then I came home and was like disgusting. I worked like a 14-hour day. I remember they came home.
I just think it's crazy how people react. So when somebody wins a game, I mean, why do you feel the need to be violent? Like, why can't you celebrate in peace? They're like climbing poles, and when the Eagles
throwing
won,
bottles at each other.
The cops are putting like grease on the poles so that you're like slide down like bloop.
Yep. Yeah.
Like you had to climb a pole. Is that why? He's like, you're so excited?
I was surprised that it wasn't worse. Like,
right. Yeah, a lot of people thought it'd be worse.
The Phillies were worse than the Eagles.
Some people were on a balcony and the balcony collapsed.
Yeah, yeah. But the one guy, he fell from a telephone pole or a light from a street light. He climbed up the street light to
prove that he can climb it while it's greasy.
And he's like standing on it. I forget if he was sitting or standing on it. And then you just see a bottle come out of nowhere and hit him in the side of the head. And he just like he's like all out of it. And then he slowly just falls off of a street light, which is
horrible.
Like 20 feet high.
Yeah,
at least
that's crazy.
At least he fell into the crowd, but still, I mean, then you're hurting more people.
It's just not necessary. Why, celebrate in peace. Enjoy the win, but celebrate in peace.
Yeah, I think it's like that. Every once in a while, people get like that mob mentality,
right?
Like everyone's intoxicated. Not everyone, but a lot of people are intoxicated, and so they just get riled up. It's like when you go to a concert. Like when you and I have been to concerts and like people are just like doing like ridiculous stuff in the mosh pits, like swinging their fists around. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like what?
Like you're ruining this for everybody.
Start trying to start fights and stuff.
It's so ridiculous. So the last thing, Shibata. Hold on, let me.
Shibata?
Yeah.
I don't know about that topic.
That essentially just means
is that another Japanese word, Paul?
It essentially means shit. So
okay.
But it means but that's how they say it, like, oh crap. It's like
mierda, like mierda. Remember we speak Italian, Spanish, and Japanese on this podcast.
Oh my god.
I'm opening my bottle here. I'm gonna see if I have all of my 60 pills.
So the last thing, come on. Hurry up. You crappy Comcast. All right, here we go. Share. Now, okay, so now there will definitely be other merchandise available soon. This is what we have at the moment. And to make it easy to remember, it's teespring.com/theinnercircle. That's it. And so we have, so anyone who's listening, we basically have a picture of, I thought this was a pretty cool, it's like an open circle, and I liked it because
it's definitely cool.
At the bottom of the circle, there's an opening, and that's how you get into the inner circle. So, and then, but this is just for anybody who wants to support us, as far as letting other people know that you listen to us and so forth. Would really mean a lot. There's tons of different kinds of styles and so forth here, and different materials. So, but it's nothing crazy. But I at least just wanted to show this. But just like everything else, this will also be updated as well. So probably there'll be other. There will definitely be other designs as well.
Yeah, I have ordered a shirt initially, and thankfully, the fact that I ordered a shirt, it helped Paul to correct the font because the font was a little cut off. So now he updated the font with something pretty cool, like a cooler font. And my shirt will be coming in soon, and I'll be wearing it on another podcast whenever it happens. So whenever I get it.
Yeah, and if anybody does order any merchandise, just let us know in the comments. So we can personally select when to do the print cycle instead of like you have to, if you ordered it, it's basically you have to wait 3 days for them to print it and so forth. But instead
I'll go ahead and print it early for you.
Yeah, I can manually go in there now, so which is pretty cool. But
that's all I got, brother.
That's all. I'm out of cards, man. I'm actually going to be gone this weekend, though.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
Well, I'm going to be going Thursday to Sunday.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm coming back to. I don't even want to say it out loud because I don't want anyone to know where I'm. Kind of what I want to know
where you going, Paul?
Well, let's just say I'll be back in your area.
Are you going to Storm Area 51, Paul? In 9 days?
Oh shit! I forgot that we so possible live stream. I gotta make sure I write that down.
Yeah, we like to. We're gonna try to live stream the Storm Area 51. I'm gonna see if I can get there by aircraft. Talk to my alien guy about how we can work it out. UFO.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best.
I might even teleport. It might be faster, or take a flying car or something. So
yeah, teleportation's definitely do the Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah,
and you'll be good. So, but yeah, I'll be in your area tomorrow through Sunday.
Awesome. We'll stop by.
Take care of some business.
Yeah, stop by.
So get out of.
Give you some Forskolin.
Give me some foreskin. Give me some foreskin. And get away from the Amish country for a little bit.
They're already driving you nuts.
Oh, I just want to see if I get like a. I want to see if my sleep varies when I leave here for basically almost 4 days. So 3 nights, 4 days.
All right. Well, we'll look for another podcast on next week then.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll bring my laptop. So okay. I'm definitely bringing my laptop. So
cool.
But I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Again, comment, like, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube if you want to hear us on the audio podcast. We're pretty much everywhere and anywhere now. So,
did you have the list in front of you or no?
Yeah, I don't. We can pull it up. I mean,
it doesn't matter. I would just love to be funny.
It's just going on and on now. The list is so long.
Let me see if I can remember. Tell me how many I'm missing. Breaker, Castro. Okay, obviously Breaker, Castro, Anchor, YouTube. I'm not looking at the screen. Overcast. Oh my God, what's the other one? Okay, what's the first? Okay, obviously
Radio
Google.
Public. Did you get that one?
No, I didn't. Google. So Google, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, and what did I miss?
So if you go to the
podcast. Okay.
About section on our channel, the Inner Circle Podcast with Paulio Jr. and CJ's info. We're now at 22 subscribers.
Woo.
Nice. Thank you guys for subscribing. We really appreciate it. Here are all the links for the audio versions, the videos.
I'm gonna kill you. I just saw it and I'm gonna kill you.
Sorry. So
God, it's so funny. But
I think we're doing good, guys. And again, if you really want us to talk about something, we need your feedback and input. So comment or chat with us when Paul premieres the video. I'm usually on there and Paul's on there, and we can chat with you. So
yeah, that's Chris said it perfectly. So we are definitely very appreciative of everybody who has been listening. The 22 of you. but there have been people who have listened to it on the different platforms as well. But it's just Anchor is the main place to go. But they just send the feeds over to the other platforms for us to get more listeners. So on that note, I'm out. So.
I'm out. All right, guys, have a good one. Good weekend. If we're not back on here, say take care.
Yeah. All right. See you guys
later.
Bye.